The good morning is very similar to the Romanian deadlift. However, you should not do the same weight that you do with the Romanian deadlift that you do with a good morning, especially if you've been doing Romanian deadlifts for a long time. This introduces the spinal erectors a little more activation, which is the muscles that keep your spine from collapsing in on themselves or collapsing over rather. So much like the Romanian deadlift, when your feet shoulder width apart, and I mean feet directly beneath the shoulders, toes straight ahead, you're going to breathe in as you stick your hips back, keeping your knees unlocked. Breathe in as you lower yourself. Try to feel a deep stretch in the hamstrings, right? And then breathe out as you raise yourself up. Now, one thing I want you to remember is when you're doing this is to not look forward and to not look down. You want to try to keep a neutral head with your spine. Remember those birds, like those little toy bird things you see drinking water out of the glass of water? They just keep doing this. That's essentially you, right? So that head, that their head doesn't move, right? So breathe in. Breathe out. Now we're going to introduce the bar. Much like the squat, you're going to line yourself up using your pinkies or whatever finger is comfortable to line yourself up with on the bar. Get underneath the bar first. Take a step back. Rest the bar on your back, obviously. Again, feet shoulder width apart, toes straight ahead. Stick the hips back. Keep the knees unlocked. Try to keep a neutral spine as much as possible. So make sure you're not overarching or bending or rounding the top of your back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now again, with this exercise, what's a little different than Romanian deadlift, you're not trying to load too much weight. For this one, I try to focus more on getting a good deep stretch in the hamstring. So if you're uncomfortable with sticking your hips back, this is a good exercise to familiarize yourself with it. My toes come up a little bit. I don't recommend that, but if it happens, it happens, especially as you try to get a deeper stretch. But the important thing to remember is that you keep your whole foot flat on the ground, just like every other leg exercise.